Who knows where this guy came
He's
from?
up
what
at
he's
6
doing.
a.m.
Crushing it on a hike
He's ripped
by himself.
too.
What do you think he's thinking about?
I'm almost that ripped.
Well, he was just thinking about swatting that fly because he just swatted the fly.
And he probably did that unconsciously. we should just sit in places and comment on people.
There's definitely confidence there.
A lot of confidence.
To go on a hike by yourself at 6 a.m. requires, I think, some confidence.
Yeah. To be that ripped, you got to be confident.
Or to be confident, you have to be that ripped.
Greetings.
How's it going?
Great rising.
You got a really clear day today.
Yeah.
You don't always get this. You get that marine layer. You get fog. You get pollution. Today is
It's gorgeous.
you can see all the islands. This is awesome. I also love at sunrise and sunset. You can see the sun reflect off the airplanes that are flying in. So it's almost like a gold, little gold specks when it hits like the steel.
Next Bones album, when it hits the steel. So now you're working on new music.
I am.
What's the vibe for the new music?
Pure chaos. I think the album's going to be called Detonate. And it's probably the most pissed off album I've ever written. It's like very...
The most pissed off album at the happiest point.
I think the past few years, right? Like I've just seen the whole world be on edge.
Yeah.
The world feels like a pressure cooker right now. And people, I think, you know, everyone's emotions, everyone's thoughts and minds, they're all just like, I bet like one of the opening lyrics of the album is dynamite inside my skull. And it's just like, it's been so overwhelming the past few years to just like absorb information and absorb facts or not facts or whatever. It's like
Right.
people have had a crazy few years and politically it's been hell. Emotionally it's been hell for a lot of people. And I think, for lack of a better term, people are just like about to explode. Whether that's in like, I'm finally free, I can finally go outside and be who I wanted to be and see the world again. Like,
Right.
whether it's like a beautiful firework or whether it's a bomb, it's like there are explosions that are happening right now.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's kind of the whole basis of the album is like almost kind of what the youth is feeling right now after the past few years.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people losing their rights with the Supreme Court. Like not to get too political, but it's like you got young people and women losing their rights, and like with the Supreme Court decisions, you have. I mean, it's like, dude, politics, and it just seems like sometimes the higher ups feel that we're just all pawns in their game. And I don't think our generation is going to put up with it. We have to speak our mind and use our voices and fight back. And not necessarily in a violent way, but, you know, we have to speak our mind and determine our own future, you know? So that's kind of where a lot of the angst for the album comes from.
Yeah. It is definitely a turning point in human history right now. I mean, I guess we're always turning. That's sort of the definition of history. But it feels like a tighter turn.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a really strange, hard, weird time to be alive. You know, people are just feeling every emotion all at once.
I also feel like it's one of the hardest times to be alive, but also one of the greatest times to be alive. And I feel like everything is always dual. So there's so much beautiful things coming into the world, be that like people expanding their being or technology
I mean,
Like-
dude, we heard the sound of a black hole for the first time ever last week.
Dude,
How cool is that?
it's
I mean,
amazing.
think about that.
It's brilliant. I
So
feel
it
like,
is a really I'm so out of shape. Keep going.
but with any like time like this in human history, it's almost like there's more light coming in that's showing more shadows.
Sure.
So if you look at like a glass, and if there's little specks on the glass,
Yep.
if more light's coming in, it's getting amplified. So all of a sudden those shadows, those dark spots look even bigger. But it's, for me, I'm like looking at it like, well, now we know what we can fix and solve. Or maybe in the past, there was the illusion that it was all good.
Mm-hmm.
But we just didn't even know what was really going on under the hood.
Sure.
And it's kind of like, if it, you know, the as dark as before dawn saying, but that feels to be true, you know, in my heart, that we're just now seeing the darkness more than ever.
Sure.
But it's for the purpose of getting that out of the way and confronting those dark things. But I think it's important, like, for us as artists to help those people and ourselves, you know, all humans, to feel seen and heard. And
We're amplifiers, man.
yeah, man. It's kind of like, in some ways, we're wired to be amplifiers. A lot of artists are.
Yeah.
You have extra empathy, or maybe extra is the wrong word, but more tuned into those subtle frequencies.
Again, it's chaos, and how you look at chaos is
Yeah,
it's beautiful or it's
right.
sometimes ugly.
I mean, chaos is creativity. And you see, like, out of chaos, so much is birthed. Well, everything is birthed out of chaos.
Yeah, of course.
Darkness, nothing. The feminine principle of you know, like yin yang.
Think about the universe, right? They say, okay, which one like this goes, you know,
Yeah. Yep.
chaos, pure chaos.
And then we order it. So I think that maybe that's part of the mechanism of art, is to make sense of some of that chaos and to order it. And then bring the light side of the yin and yang.
Sure.
Bring the yang.
That's your next album title.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm out of breath and they're running this thing.
I know. Legends. We're wearing sweaters and jeans.
Dress grunge, they said. It'll be fun, they said.
You're gonna look so cool.
You look so cool, just sweating. Just beads of sweat going down
You're
my
also
face
in
like
all
a
black.
faucet.
Well, you look super cool.
You look super cool, babe.
Hey, thanks, dude.
You're wearing my favorite color.
Yellow?
Green. Look at all that green in there. Come on.
There's a little.
There's hunter green.
There's a
some
little bit of
lime
green. Okay. I would say it's more yellow than green.
I'd say it's more green than yellow.
So that's exactly why we work.
That's how we're mirrors, dude.
You're gonna talk about yin. I'm gonna talk about yang.
You're gonna talk about lemon, I'm talking about lime.
You're gonna talk about apples. I'm gonna talk about oranges.
No, you're the apple guy for sure. You ain't
Yeah.
talking oranges, you're talking apple.
You're right. You're right. But I'm probably talking oranges because I'm an apple, so I can't even perceive that I'm an apple.
All right. I won't fight you on that one. I love you, man.
I love you
Can't
too,
wait
dude.
to get in the studio maybe next week or two.
Yeah, we'll definitely do that. Very grateful for you in my life. Through all these years, all the changes, both of us.
You've been more than a rock, dude.
What's more than a rock? That's actually, I guess, a plant.
That's my next album, More Than a Rock.
More than a rock!
More than a rock.
What's the other one? Harder than steel?
You're doing all the writing for me, Dan. You should get some publishing.
Nah, dude, it's my gift to you. It's a gift for all the trips you've expensed.
You have to come on another one
I know, I'm very down.
before we start popping kids out.
Oh, is that soon?
Hopefully. Someday. Having Uncle Roy.
Heck yeah.
Uncle Roy!
Uncle Roy.
What are you doing the rest of the day?
I'm going to Avril's star thing. Getting her star on the Hollywood Boulevard. And then I forget. I have a dentist appointment.
Oh, God.
Really exciting.
That's fun.
What about you?
Taking care of my kitty, taking her to the vet. She's not doing too good,
Aww.
but she'll pull through. It's so crazy to see this view now in the light, right? All these
It's totally different, yeah.
What's got to be interesting about having these conversations with people is like, they're probably so drastically different from person to person.
Each one is so different. But that's part of why I wanted to call it the mirrors, because like, I think that's one thing that I'm good at is just sort of getting out of the way and having someone else see themselves.
House of Mirrors. It's probably the name of like a Goosebumps book.
That's definitely the name of a Goosebumps book. Not to be confused with the Hall of Mirrors.
Exactly.
Which is the Jagwar twin metaverse.
There you go. How's that going?
It's crazy, dude. It's
I'm bummed I didn't
so
snag
dope.
the drawing. You had a really cool drawing.
There's a bunch of them. There's like
Should I snag one?
hundreds. Yeah, of course. Do you have any NFTs? No. You get your first one.
Yeah, I should, right? They're
free.
My next tattoo is when Josephine was a little girl, she drew a picture of a whale with like super sharp teeth. That almost looks like an orca, which is her favorite animal. And it's like the coolest, like hand-drawn, like 5-year-old drawing. And I'm gonna get it tattooed.
That's so cool.
Because I have the original paper, like she drew it on. Her mom gave it to me.
You could get that framed.
Oh my God, this is so awesome. This is like the love of my life, like at her most innocent and youngest, and she's dreaming about sharp-toothed whales. You know? Nothing's changed.
That's so good.
And I proposed to her in Norway, diving with killer whales, so it's like, kind of represents part of our journey.
Yeah.
One of my dreams is to see a blue whale, because it's the biggest animal to ever exist, bigger than any dinosaur
Really?
on our planet, yes.
Bigger than like a megalodon?
Bigger than a megalodon is a blue whale.
What?
And I'd never seen one. I went to Sri Lanka, looked for one, didn't see one. Been all around the world looking for one. And like 3 weeks ago, I went to this guy outside of San Diego, said we could take a boat from San Diego, go deep into Mexico, like a few hours by boat. Watched like 14 blue whales. It was the most beautiful thing ever.
Wait, did you swim with them?
Didn't swim with them, but they were right on the boat. And I'm like, we need to just do a friends trip, because you could do it in one day. You could drive up in the morning and then just drive back that night. And it's like right here.
I want to do that.
Back to chaos.
There we go.
Back to chaos, just the way I like it.